You all know the routine at this point. Dark side, hacks and mods, let's do it. Greetings fellow Vita fans, this is James with PSVita at 2 AM, coming at you once again with another exciting video. And if you're new here and love everything PlayStation Vita, don't forget to subscribe, and make sure to leave me your thoughts and opinions about this topic down in the comments section. So it's been a while since I've talked about hacks and homebrews. Actually, no, it hasn't been. It's only been like, what, a week or so? But let's just pretend it's been a while. So here is all of the new information I've been able to dig up for you all for, I don't know, the middle of December, I guess? Unoriginal titles, it's what I do. Anyway, so many of you are aware that there is an extremely expensive physical game for the PS Vita called VVVVVV, or 6Vs, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Yeah, the game literally goes for thousands of dollars on eBay when it rarely pops up. Well, it might interest you to know that the hacking and homebrew scene has got a hold of this game as of recent. I know, who could have seen that coming? And they've actually enhanced the game, which is really funny because now you could technically say that the homebrew version is now superior to the version that goes for thousands upon thousands of dollars. The Vita community can certainly be odd sometimes. So what exactly is new about this version in particular? Well, it features a higher frame rate and supports mods by users. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see what people are able to conjure up out of this. Hopefully it's not something dirty. It's going to be something dirty. And because it's been a while since I've talked about this game, just wanted to give you a little bit of an update on Call of Vita Hackzone. And to tell you all that Vita Dev is still hard at work on the game testing it, and as far as we know, it's still coming. It's a work in progress, but I certainly cannot wait to see what he has in store for us with this. Again, as I've said many times in the past, the Vita could use more FPS games, and hopefully this will fit that bill perfectly. And hopefully, unlike Unearthed, we'll be able to shoot enemies in the groin. That's just gonna be my official running gag for games like this, I guess. Now here's some great news. Our very own Raiko star is working on a gaming project of their own. They are planning to bring this game to other platforms, but want to bring it over to the Vita as well. However, they need a bit of assistance when it comes to this, which is why I'm making a topic about it today. Here is what Raiko had to say about the game. The title in question is called Chaos Law, and it's a visual novel with odd mini-games included, about the world and how it changes depending on how we view it. The genre and style consistently change from meta-comedy to physiological horror. Wait, did somebody say horror? That's the magic words! And is said to have a Twin Peaks Danganronpa vibe to it. Wait, did somebody say Danganronpa? That's even more of the magical words! I like bears. The game is partly voice acted, and there will be fully animated cutscenes and a very diverse soundtrack. The story is about a high school girl who is the reincarnation of the goddess of chaos who is forced to judge the world, and a clone trying to find their place in it. End quote. And they have told me that they are unsure what engine and format is needed to run the game through to allow it to be played on the Vita via Homebrew. So if anyone out there has any experience in this, I will have their contact information down in the video description. It really would be fantastic to see a game like this on the Vita. I'm fantasizing about bears as we speak. Oh, and speaking of, I was just thinking of a way to segue into this next topic, but I can't really figure out how. So we're gonna let that joke die. Anyway, the game Zero no Kiseki has gotten an official English patch, guys. Yet another one to add to our list. Well, to be honest here, the way the dev worded this, it seems like this English patch has already existed, and this is an update to it. But since I wasn't aware of it, well, I'm really giddy. Here's what the feature entails. Zero no Kiseki, updated English GeoFront patch. Big changes. It includes an updated script to GeoFront Translation 1.1.1, translated remaining Evo specific text, implemented VWF, and an option for an OST, and implemented Azure and Akatsuki portraits. Did anybody get all that? I haven't played the game yet, so I'm pretty lost on this. So this is quite the big update. You now have the choice of using the original or Evolution OST, textures have been updated, and the portrait mod has been added. Any untranslated text specific to the Evolution version has also been inserted. So there you go, guys. We have more fan-translated goodness for official games, which is one of my favorite things about the homebrew scene, I'll just admit right now. So if you've never had a chance to try out this English version, or in my case didn't even know existed in the first place, now we can. Oh, and I suppose I should mention that this is in fact an RPG. I guess that was pretty obvious though, wasn't it? Okay, now here is something that I don't think anybody ever asked for. We have a PS Vita game that's all about the pandemic. Yeah, someone actually made this. It's something that exists on our platform now. Okay, truth be told, I imagine that there are probably a lot of gag games out there like that these days, but still, it's just, yeah. And because I don't trust YouTube's policies these days, the game is called this. Yeah, I suppose that's fitting. And according to the information on it, this game is in the style of the Commodore 64 with similar sounds, color palette, and resolution. I suppose it might be an interesting game to play out of curiosity's sake, so have at it. Okay, so we're now going from talking about the pandemic to a game called Beginning of the End. Yeah, there's a segue for you. So what's this game about, you might be asking? Well, according to the dev, Beginning of the End, the Homebrew project that he's been working on, is surely my biggest project, entirely handmade, sprites, backgrounds, animations, etc. I wanted to mix two games that I love, which are not on the Vita, which is The Last of Us and Resurgent. Indeed, Beginning of the End is a mix of The Last of Us for the gameplay and story, and Resurgent for the graphical side. And at the time I'm making this video, only a demo is available for the game, so if you want to be able to try it out and see what he has done so far, it's shaping up to look pretty nice, and will probably be the closest thing we can ever get to The Last of Us being on the Vita without remote play. The video is now officially fini. I don't know what language I'm speaking there, but it sounded cool. So guys, I would love to know, as per usual at the end of these segments, which games are tickling your fancy the most? Be sure to tell me all about it in the comment section. Unless it gets too graphic, and in that case, it's probably best not to. And as always, fellow Vita fans, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It really means a lot to me. Love you all, and I'll see you next time. A huge thank you and shout out to all these wonderfully generous supporters who help make this content possible, including Robert Johnson, Makis Blob, Zacrito, B Mystery, Matt Fox, Freeden, Raiko Star, Alan Iwazu, Shin Snake, Neo Arashi, Milk Sama, Bushin Ryu Cat, Hero Acer, BMF, Phantom XRS, Gooder Drums, Adam Sondi, Claimer Malarkey, Saul Ramirez, Hemdall Imbert, PSVita S, VG Legends, Kyle Brooks, JR, Jared Haddo, Richard Cruz, Joseph Shavak, Kevin Enright, E-Rock, Jelle, Heston Joseph, Per Sterner, Wendy K, Adam Thury, Crazy Cat, H-Hitter, David Ray, Skullshirtugal TCG, Rodrigo Vera, Michael O'Connor, Dr. Super Artie, Matt Hargett, Jamie, Sabin Fire, Chris Foxhound, Robert Sylvester, Hector Gonzalez, Smug Wolf, Rizal Pliskin, Kayonko, Aridri, 1488 Dental, Burzin Mystery, Juan M. Hermosillo, Eric DeWitt, Nintendo Switch at 2 AM, Tasha Monty, Donut Valley, Ricardo Martinez, and Mazgus. And a huge thank you to Mathew Lehman for the recent PayPal donation. If you would be interested in supporting the channel and seeing your name on this end screen here, or if you wish to remain anonymous, that can be provided too, then make sure to check the links down in the description below. I have numerous ways for you to do this down there. Can't support in this manner? Don't worry about it. Likes and shares can help equally as much. And man, just imagine how awesome it would be to have the likes of The Last of Us running natively on the Vita. Less sigh, one can dream. I really gotta stop ending these videos on such a melancholy way now, don't I?